Mr. Rob Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. What a great song. Good Lord. Pieces is the name of the song. We're going to have him join us in a second. 8:52 here at CBS FM. Sit down there, Mr. Superstar. How you doing?
Oh, wow, it was so beautiful. Oh, my gosh.
What's up, gentlemen?
I'd like to apologize. When I introduced you, I said you had a Grammy. I was wrong. He's got about, 3 or 4 Grammys?
3, 4, 12. Who's counting?
Yeah. Well, I know, but a lot of the people, when you introduce them and you get their award count off, that's the first thing they go, I've had a Grammy, and I've also had a Tony, and I was nominated for an Oscar.
Well, I have the Grammys that I won, and then the ones that I went around and bought at yard sales. Up in
Right.
It's not true.
Hey, that
bought
song,
4 from Mark.
that Pieces song, the first time I heard that song, you almost cry when you hear
You
it.
do, girl. I just did.
You got that emotional voice that you just pull every ounce of that out of it. What was behind that song? Anything special, or you just wrote a song?
I think it came right after last year when Maddie, my wife, had her brain surgery. And I think just kind of realizing all the little things that go on that you get kind of caught up in. And you really, it's just about, everybody's going to fall apart. And then how do you take those pieces and put them back together and move on is really what makes you stronger.
Yeah.
But we should say she's doing well now, right?
She's every day she's working at it. She's
Stronger and stronger.
She's a little badass for sure. Yeah.
She's wonderful.
It's.
Did I say bad on the radio? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, you can say that.
And ass.
You guys put together this wonderful organization called Sidewalk Angels. That was back in 2003 when you started
around
that?
there. Yeah, right after one of our first or second time here, and when I wrote. It was after. It wasn't this at the same time, but I wrote New York Christmas for Blythdale, and so Marty took the line Sidewalk Angels from that, and she started Sidewalk Angels.
And we should say you guys support so many animal rescue services.
We do, and more importantly, we work with other organizations that are grassroots that are just getting started out and trying to help them get on their feet and be able to do what they do, in the areas that they're doing it.
It was a small operation when you started, but now you got some people working with you.
No, you know what? It's still basically my wife and her mother, because we really, we have people on our board, and we have basically they're like our people that work in our business management, stuff like that, just so that we really try and make every dime go straight to Sidewalk Angels. So if we go on a tour and we do the whole tour for Sidewalk Angels, once we pay everybody, all that money gets to go to Sidewalk Angels.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Let me go back a little bit, back to Pieces. Something really strange happened with that record. If somebody just heard it for the first time, it is a beautiful, sensitive ballad, but somehow it got turned into a dance record.
Yeah,
What happened?
You tell me. You know better than I do about
What
this
the hell
world.
happened? But it's very popular, isn't it?
It's doing. I think, you know what? I really don't know anymore. I don't even know what that means anymore, Scott. I mean, I think here's the thing. I look at you look at a career in two spurts, right? You have the long game, right, like the whole event, and then you have the little races, and then sometimes you win little races, sometimes you lose them. My long game is still going strong, and then, but sometimes I think I stumbled out of the starting gate at a couple. But I think that happens when you try new things. You try and step outside of yourself and try and do something a little different.
It's kind of funny because I remember maybe 2 years ago reading one of those industry experts, and it was a column. I don't know if you remember this, Patty, but and this guy said, well, and that Matchbox 20 and that Rob Thomas, basically their career is over. And
Bob, what's his name?
Bob Lefsetz did that to you. And I'm thinking, I said, you know what? I don't think he understands the scope of your talent and your ability to write, and as long as you can write songs, you can record those same songs, and you're still going to be popular, and you're still going to be vital in the business.
Well, I think also that I've been really fortunate. Like, everybody gets a moment. If you're lucky, you get a moment that starts a spark, and then you build that into a career. And it's been 20 years for me.
Yeah.
I have a group of people that I know that I'm speaking to, and then sometimes you bring in some new ones each time, and sometimes you lose a couple each time. But
well, some people go on. A lot of people, they go from artist to artist.
Right. For me, it's like you said. Like I spent all night last night. My wife had to finally pull the guitar away from me just because I was just writing.
Right.
Just trying to, I'm just working on whatever this next thing's going to be.
I told somebody, and I say this to anybody that talks about music and brings you up. The fact is, when you can write as well as you write, there's no limit to how long your career can last. You if you want to stop touring, you can, and you can just write for other people or write for yourself and record when you want to.
Yeah, knocking on the wood.
I remember when Rob had that song "Smooth" out, and you told me the story about every record company president. Maybe Clive was one of them. Called you, well, I need you to write a song for blankety blank. Everybody wanted you to write a song for them because you were the new magic, songwriter.
Yeah, and the problem was, I got to do a lot of great things, but I didn't, everybody thought there was going to be another Smooth, and that just didn't happen.
Yeah, they call him and they say, Rob, we got some good artists here, and I'm looking, can you write one more Smooth for...
They wanted Smooth, but what I gave them was slightly soft.
He is Rob Thomas, and I do want to mention that one of the great things about having you here is that you hang out with the kids and you go from room to room afterwards, and I just wanted people to know that you do more than just entertain here. You're one of the worker bees, too.
I love it here. I really do. This is Christmas. And you guys did it a little earlier this year, which is even cooler.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know why we did it early? Because a lot of times people travel and they take off, and we don't get the full exposure for the auction items and all that. And I think more people get to hear the broadcast this way.
Yeah, no, I think it's great because, like I say, it always starts my Christmas, so it's nice to start a little earlier.
Yeah.
Well, give our love to Marisol.
Yeah, for sure. She says hi, and Maria says hi, by the way, as well. We
love Maria. She would come here she's been here like 5 or 6 times.
She comes here all the time. She just had a knee surgery, so she can't stand that long.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
She got one of those things where you put your leg up on the motor scooter or the scooter and run around the house.
No, now she's just walking around with her big knee on a cane.
I got you.
Whining like a baby, Mom. You hear me.
If we take a break, can you do a couple more songs?
Yeah, sure, of course.
All right, Rob Thomas back in a flash. This is CBS FM 859. The Big Show is on the air.
Live from the StubHub Studios. This is WCBS FM